Welcome back, everyone, or if you're near, welcome. I'm the Wolfman, and today we have a little special surprise that none of y'all are going to watch, and that is our Mickey 17 review. I am Michael 17, joined by Ari 28. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since we've had you on, but how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm just ready to talk about this movie that nobody saw but will be embraced in like a year and a half on Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically what we're going to do is just talk Mickey 17, give our overall generalization of it, and then afterwards, because it's been out a little while, we can like talk spoilers, some of our favorite scenes that we saw in the movie and such, and some little highlight moments. So, overall, what did you think of Mickey 17, and how does it compare to other Bong Joon-ho movies?
I really liked it. I think when the first trailer came out, people were like, "Oh, this looks so bad," and then like maybe if you've never seen a Bong Joon Ho movie, or if you only saw Parasite, I think Parasite did something bad. I think it gave people the wrong impression about Bong Joon Ho and made people think he's a serious filmmaker. The best way to describe Bong Joon Ho is he makes cartoons for adults about serious topics. His movies are serious, but they're presented in a very goofy way.
I
Like,
guess. I mean, I don't know if I'd say Memories of Murder is, but I would say a lot of it.
no, but more of his films are than aren't.
Yeah,
I think that's the one exception. That is a great movie, though, that I would recommend to anyone who likes
it's my favorite
movies
Bong
like
Joon-ho
that.
movie.
But like even that movie, his goofiness is there. Like where they're like late at night, where they're talking about something.
Yeah,
It's like
I
like
love that.
that's not. It's goofy. It's
Yeah,
like that's the thing is he'll make a serious movie and he'll interject a really ridiculous thing in the middle of a serious scene.
because even Parasite, like I had the kids on their phone while like the whole house was flooding or something like that.
Yeah,
There's like small there's
they're
like
like
small
trying to
doses
get the
like that,
Wi-Fi.
and it's like yeah, and such. So it's like there's some
They're
parts like
like
that. It's like
drowning, and he's like,
oh,
"But wait, I have to check on my TikTok."
it's, it's like there's some parts like that that's like still a little goofy there. But I
Like
will say I do want to point out that and I understand this is not a knock on Parasite. Parasite, phenomenal movie. I highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen it. But here's the thing: I'm kind of getting tired of the typecast for Bong Joon Ho because when this trailer came out for this, it was from the director of Parasite. Everything is, oh yeah, he's the director of Parasite. I'm almost starting to hate this because for me, it's almost like shoving aside all the other fantastic work that Bong Joon Ho has done. He did The Host, which is phenomenal. You never
well,
hear
that
anyone say
movie
that.
didn't win Best Picture.
I know it didn't win Best Picture, but I'm just saying, Goodfellas didn't win Best Picture. And guess what? People are like, "Oh yeah, the Goodfellas director, Martin Scorsese," but also
He's
he did
not
Taxi
he's
Driver,
not
he
as
did this and that.
exposed
And it's like,
as Scorsese.
yeah,
He could become
mm,
that, but with this movie flopping, I don't know. We'll see. Let's start with talking about the performances
yeah,
in this movie because Robert Pattinson is when that first trailer came out. I'm like, wait, that's not Robert Pattinson, is it? He
yeah.
he's
His voice
it's
was so
almost
different.
like it's almost like there's this thing called acting. People can I think we're so used to whenever there's a transformative performance, it's someone putting on a fat suit, some type of costume, some prosthetics. We need to bring back actual transformations, vocal or the actor is so good that you forget it's them. Forget makeup, forget prosthetics, forget Colin Farrell and the Penguin. I want to see transformations in the acting is what transforms you. But my point is, I think we're getting so used to, and we can blame Jared Leto partly for whenever a performance is transformative, it's not actually the performance. Sometimes it contributes to it. Like obviously, like Brendan Fraser's great in The Whale, but the physicality of it is part of that. Let's get back to performances that are transformative because the actor's just that good.
That's what I love about Joaquin Phoenix, because like
Yeah,
when he does transformative performances,
yeah,
most of the
like
time it's like, yeah, he'll lose weight and stuff for Joker and all that, but like a lot of times it's just a, let me just perform and I'll make you forget that
but
I'm,
that's the thing.
you know.
His Joker performance isn't great because he lost 40 pounds. It's great because it's great. It's acting. It's not a costume contest. That's my problem with the Oscars. A movie immediately goes on their radar if it has something like that.
Right.
And it's unfortunate because a lot of the times the performances like that they award actually did deserve the award. But point is, you watch his movie and you're like, you see Robert Pattinson, but that voice, he is very much capable. We are so lucky to have an actor like him as Batman. Hoping to God we don't lose that because look at what he's able. I mean, look at what he's able to do here with not just the voice, but also there is a physicality of it. You watch the comparison between him and the other Mickey. The other Mickey, he's like a straight up sociopath, and then
But they're so different though with
yeah,
how they with how his
he's
performance.
a
Yeah.
sociopath, and then he's just this loser that you just really are drawn to the guy because he's just a normal guy. And they have that moment at the beginning when he's signing up and not reading. He reads like nothing. She's like, "And you read the contract, right?" He's like, yeah." And he did not read the contract.
No.
And he's like, "Did you hear that? Did you hear it buzzing?" And she's like, "No." And he's like, "Oh." And then they never bring that up again. He's a very and I think this is part of why maybe people didn't show up for that movie. It's just too strange. Even a normal one is too strange for most people.
But then at the same time though, like we say it's too strange, but then Everything Everywhere All at Once did really well. And look at how strange that movie is. Yeah,
He's a different kind of strange though. He
that's fair.
he he's like his own genre of strange. Like watch Jake Gyllenhaal's performance in Okja.
Yeah, that's a
That
good
is
point.
that is a performance.
Oh
Uh,
boy. Yeah.
but I think he's a great vehicle for actors to showcase their talents because
Especially, yeah, because Robert Pattinson, he's one of the best working in the industry right now.
Robert Pattinson really shows his range here. Like the contrast between the two is great.
Oh yeah.
I think Mark Ruffalo is also not known. Now, this is something that this is probably this might be the most divisive part of the movie. I would guess. I haven't read reactions, but if I were to guess, I would say his performance would probably be because it's not subtle at all. It's very much, very clearly a
Late,
parody of.
lately, he's been going down the goofier route because he did like Poor Things, and then now he's doing this film
I don't think
movie. It's
he's
like,
as good in this as he is in Poor Things.
mhm.
I think it's as a whole a better movie than Poor Things, but his performance, I mean, it's he's really going for it. And Bong Joon Ho claims it's not Trump, but did Mark Ruffalo get that note? It doesn't seem like he did. He's like, exterminate all of them right now, and I'm like, oh my god, that yeah, no, bro. Maybe that wasn't your intention, but it's
But
definitely
I think
his.
that's what Mark Ruffalo read when he read the script and was like, "I'm going to play this like Trump."
And there's something we got to talk to once we get into spoilers that is truly, truly insanity and truly insane that the studio didn't cut it out of the movie. Um,
Yeah.
you got to know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm curious now.
Okay, so
Uh,
let's finish non spoilers. Performances are great. Toni Collette is great. She plays Mark Ruffalo's wife, who for some reason is obsessed with sauces. It's so
yeah,
bizarre. It's so funny. But yeah, the performances are great. Steven Yeun pops up as his buddy, just doing another goofy performance. And yeah, the performances are great. I think you will like it if you generally like Bong Joon Ho's style in his movies. But just be prepared. This is a cartoon. It's probably his most cartoonish one that I've seen. I haven't seen all of them, but man, the absurdity. It's just it's admirable. But yeah, I think if you like his other movies, you'll like it. Just be prepared. This is ridiculous, and it's not subtle with its trying to be like relevant or.
No,
I'll
I
give
do
you.
want to say real quick. Yeah, I do really like this movie a lot. I thought it was really fun and charming, but also it's a film that like feels like its production budget. It had a good production value to it. All the action and it was great. All the performances, like we talked about, yeah, it was all really really well done. But yeah, goofy as hell, like you talked about. So spoilers. I'm curious about what scene you talked about.
The when fucking Mark Ruffalo gets shot and it grazes him just like Trump got shot and grazed. Did you not realize that?
Oh my god, you're right.
I didn't realize that either. Our friend Tristan was telling me like, how did the studio not force him to cut that? And it's crazy. This movie was shot like over 2 years ago,
Yeah,
and that his character is very Trumpian, and he literally gets shot like, and it's almost like the same spot.
yeah. It's like he almost practically predicted that it was going to happen. Like, oh man.
It's absolute insanity. And I'm like, there are reports that they tried to get him to change a lot of stuff. So I'm wondering if they really pushed to cut that, especially because I've heard Zaslav is a big Trump supporter. I wonder if they tried to take that out, but he just won't budge because I believe he did get final cut. But man, that is insane.
Oh
Um,
man, yeah.
but I think Mark Ruffalo is really good.
But
I I
I also want to talk about the romance here because I feel like the romance this movie isn't really what it is without the love story. I think that this
yeah.
movie was really strong for the love story that I had. Naomi Ackie and Robert Pattinson. Yeah, their chemistry was like straight fire here.
Don't care. Gotta move on.
The movie is a very, very unsubtle commentary on how our country and a lot of countries, society as a whole. His last movie was about capitalism and the poor and the class differences, and now this movie is basically about how labor and how society views labor, and
Yeah.
if you can't provide labor, then you are of no value.
Is also about like how much is human life worth? Like how much
Yeah,
is
well,
you know,
that's what it's
yeah,
counting of
yeah,
how if America, not specifically America, but America is known for this. If you aren't providing labor and physical work, your life has no value. Like there's literally a scene in the movie where Robert Pattinson fails at doing something, and not Trump goes on this rant like, how dare you? What are you here for? What do I have you here for? If you can't do a simple task, and it's like no room for error, no room for mistakes. Even though this guy is literally a clone, they could just kill him and have a sex clone do it. He's still like, what is wrong with you? What is this? Absolutely unacceptable. And the whole thing with the creatures saving him was very. I did not see that coming.
I
Um,
wanted to ask you actually, what did you think of the creatures in this movie?
They were interesting. They made me think of the worms in King Kong.
A little bit, yeah. They looked a little bit like the worm maggots in the Peter Jackson King Kong. What did you
Oh,
think? What did you think of like all the Mickeys that we were introduced to in this? Like all the different.
yeah. It was fun. That was a fun sequence, seeing all the different. I think the whole catching up to everything was fun, and I liked the line where like as they're having sex, he's like, we are going to outlaw all sexual activities because it takes up 70% of your calories. Like, it takes up this many calories.
Oh, man.
And it feels like it's a very big swing because he's adapting. If you didn't know this, the movie was greenlit and announced before the book came out. The book came out in 2022.
Oh, wow.
I think the movie
Weird.
even might have went into production before the book was even finished. Definitely before it came out.
So how is it based on the book then?
I guess he just worked with the author.
Huh.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of that happening before? Withstanding Harry Potter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was Harry Potter. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can think of any other time. I'd have to really research that and see. Was Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, was that one that was, the book was already out when it was being shot? Or, I don't know. I'd have to look at that.
The book was new, but it came out before.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's very good. But I mean, is there anything else you want to say?
What, like, just about some of our favorite scenes in the movie, since we're in spoilers. I thought, like, I love the entire third act, I think, of when Mark Ruffalo has them all, like, tied up after being almost assassinated.
What if he had gotten shot while they were eating the dinner?
Oh my god. But
that scene was wild.
That scene was wild too, and yeah,
when he's like, "Kill him, just kill him."
There was actually some nice tension throughout this movie because there was times that I was like, "Oh shit, is he actually going to shoot him?" And like, there's parts where I'm like, kind of on edge sometimes, and
yeah.
But the thing that I loved about that sequence though is like how the way he knew to save the day was through a sex position. It's that kind of weird stuff that like Bong Joon-ho throws in here, where he's like giving her the sex position, like logo of like, oh, remember this sex position and all this stuff. And she's like, bring the baby, and then she like catches it and gets the idea. It's like, oh my god, that was insane.
But,
and I loved Steven Yeun's chemistry with Mickey and like their kind of friendship that they had and such. But also
that scene where he tries to kill him that was great.
That's it. Yeah, that was great. And then like one Mickey's all open to it. He's like, sure, I don't care.
I love when he's like, there's someone dealing drugs, and Steven Yeun's like, no, oh my god, that's horrible. I really hope we can catch them.
Oh yeah, no, I loved that part.
And the reveal that like Toni Collette wants to make sauces out of these things. It's like, this is, see, you can't market this to general audiences.
No,
you just can't.
No, I mean, you could.
I think they, after the movie was made, they realized, like, oh shit, yeah, we can't market this.
You couldn't market Poor Things to a general audience, and Poor Things did pretty well at the box office as well. But it's like,
I think maybe Warner Brothers did purposefully try to sabotage this film. I mean, they delayed it by an entire year.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't.
I mean, because here's the thing: coming out in March, and I'm not saying after it's bombed, I'm not saying it would have done well at the Oscars, anyways. But like, you could have dropped this at like the end of the year, and
August
or August or something.
Release it in August, because now I believe the PTA movie just moved to the fall.
Yeah, September.
So you don't really have any real competition. I don't think, no matter what comes out, that like anything is competing with this movie. It's too offbeat.
Which I do want to say that I'm now a bit worried about the PTA movie. But yeah, so wrapping things up here, what'd you think of the whole ending sequence once they're all freed, and like the whole like dream sequence that he has?
That was not. It was funny, but I think that was necessary.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a tack on, like, this is just funny.
My criticism of this movie, because obviously there are some flaws, and you can name me any flaws that you have, because we've been talking about how much we love it, but one of my biggest flaws of this movie is it is incredibly too long. This movie is 2 hours and 17 minutes. I feel like you could have trimmed this down, made
It
it
could
like
have been an hour 45.
like an hour 45, hour 50,
Yeah.
hour, like something along those lines. This did not need to be 2 hours and 17 minutes. I feel like that is a ridiculous runtime for a movie like this.
And
And I felt
as
it.
fun
too.
as it is, you don't need that
Yeah.
whole ending where they're like talking to the creatures or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like there's like so much time kind of wasted in a way of characters just talking like, oh, let me just talk to you about this thing that is on my mind, and I'm just gonna bring this up and talk to you about it. And it's like it's kind of meandering. We can move on a little bit from this and actually move forward with the plot. But
So, yeah, I really liked the movie. Robert Pattinson was great. It was a pretty good follow up to Parasite. Not as good as Parasite, but it was a pretty good follow up. Very unsubtle commentary on how society just doesn't value human life.
Yeah, it does say this is how stupid people are, but at the same time, it does a good job of not treating its audience as dumb. It's not saying like, oh, let us explain to you every little detail in an exposition dump so that you understand why we're doing all this. It's like it does a good job of avoiding those kind of tropes, I feel. So anyways, that'll do it for our video today. Our Mickey 17 review / discussion. What do you all think of Mickey 17, guys? Have you seen it? Probably not. Did you see this review? Probably not. Let us know what you thought of this down below. What you thought of the movie. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, share, do all that great stuff. We will see you all next time. And until then, stay classy, my friends, and keep on watching those movies.